Hello, everybody. We will take up the first laboratory exercise, that is exercise 1, SOI topographical map. Now, this particular exercise basically gets us acquainted with what are topographical maps, from where we can download open series maps, what are the different map elements, then how to read topographical maps, that is, what are the different symbols and colors that are used, or some marginal information, map scales, what are map scales, what is map orientation, relief representations, and identifying different types of features, physical features as well as cultural features, and what are the steps for interpretation of topographical maps. And then we also learn how to calculate slope, and there are some laboratory exercises. So let us go ahead with the laboratory exercises. um, the first exercise that we see is to a sample topographical map of 1 is to 50,000 scale covering part of topographical map number G43S7 of the educational sheet of the open map series shown in figure 1.14. Identify and interpret physical and cultural features present in it. You may consult figure 1.5 and section 1.7. So we have to take help from figure 1.5 and section 1.7, and we have to identify and interpret different physical and cultural features that are present in the figure 1.14. So the first thing that we will do is we will go ahead and copy this particular um, picture or photograph or screenshot and paste it in over here. So we have already pasted the reference figure that we require. Let me quickly also note down the exercise, that is exercise 1, survey of SOI topographical maps. Of this particular exercise, we are um, performing exercise 1 again. Slightly confusing, but this is how they are named. So we have pasted this. Let's just get it sorted. All right. So we have to identify what are the different features that are available in this, and for that we have to take help from uh, 1.7, section 1.7, where we will identify physical features and cultural features. So let us go to 1.7. 1.7, identification of features. You have now understood that topographical maps represent the natural and man-made features of small areas on a large scale. It is essential for the interpreter of a topographical map to be able to identify, locate, and describe various features accurately. Now let us study how to identify physical features on a map. So physical features, the first one, the surface of the earth is not uniform as it is made up of several physical or relief features like mountains, hills, plateaus, plains, rivers, lakes, etc. Relief features on the topographical map are represented by contours and spot heights. The spacing or arrangement of contours on a topographical map is used to determine relief features. For example, if there is either no contour or one or two contour lines crossing the map, this arrangement indicate plain area, whereas a mountainous area is marked by several contour lines. So first is relief feature. Different arrangement of contour lines represent different relief features. We will discuss here about how different types of slopes and landforms are represented by contour. So here the first thing is gentle slope and steep slope. So when they are closely spaced, when the contours are closely spaced, it is steep slope. When they are farther spaced, then it is gentle slope. That, as you can see over here. Now let us go back to the figure. Here I'm trying to identify if there are any contour lines, but I'm not able to find any. But let us yet again go back, because there was one table also. So we can maybe take help from from the table. Here we have contours. There are some spot heights. We have to. These are the different symbols. So I'm finding it pretty difficult to find any relief features as such. There are definitely some spot heights. I believe that these are spot heights. We don't really know what exactly it could be. This could be some spot heights. So we will, the first thing that we will mark is spot heights. We'll come back here and we will write down our solution. First one is um, physical features. We have to mark physical features. So let's write down physical features first. Oh, now what are the physical features that we are interested in? The first thing that we are interested in is spot heights. So we have located some spot heights. How they are marked? They are marked with these points. I think they are triangle points. So yet let's just go back to the same and so basically I don't really see any contour lines, so that's a problem. Not able to find any contour lines in over here. I'm wondering what these are. So let me see if I'm able to find this particular um, topo sheet. If at all I'm able to find that topo sheet, it is going to be helpful. So if I come back to this, um, I think this is the same contour map. We don't know. Let me open this up. This is a different one. Topographical map. Yes. So this is that topographic map. Um, I think we will be in a better position to interpret this one. So let us. I'm trying to figure out where exactly that particular portion is coming from. So maybe it's this particular region, somewhere in the corner. Yes, it is here. So I am not really able to find any specific thing. Uh, there are these features. Let's see what those are. So I see them not marked some color like this it is. Whatever it is, it should be here. Something like this. Could it be this one? Sand features, flat. This could be some sand features. So for that, what do we do? Let us mark these as sand features. In that case, sand features are there. Um, Sand hills, permanent dunes, and things like this. Dunes, shifting dunes. So sand features. Let us mark these as sand features. We'll mark this. I'm marking these as sand features. Giving some different color to this. Okay, so sand features is one. Besides that, we have identified some um, spot heights. Let's go back here. Camping ground, forest, reserves, protected reserve forest and protected forest. So camping ground, this particular feature is camping ground. Let's see if we have something like that. It seems like that these are camping grounds. These particular areas apparently look like they are matching with the camping grounds or the yellow ones. Cultivated, wooded, surveyed, cultivated. So these are cultivated areas. Let us mark these as well. It is dot dot ones. Cultivated areas. These are cultivated areas. You can mark these as well. Cultivated areas, and then we have some campsites. Perhaps these are campsites. Perhaps these are campsites. Camping grounds. This is road and rail. Both the sides there are spikes. On one side or two sides. Dams and I'm also able to identify that there is some um, water channel with the dry lands around. So this is the feature I can identify it over here. So Sipu River, for example, this is where I see floodplains or dry river bed with water channel. River bed that is dry with river channel with channel. Besides this, you see it over here as well. So this features as well. I see the symbol here. It is written to be broken ground. So there are these features which are being written as broken ground. These features as well I see. They are here, you can notice them. These are perennial tanks. So perennial tanks. Besides that, with some islands and rocks, so river channels with islands and rocks, this is the symbol. We can see them over here. These orange lines are here. These are cart track. These are cart tracks. These are metal roads. So there are multiple different features that are present within this. We can mark them and interpret them. This green, try searching for what exactly that green region is, which is here. This is cultivated. This is wooded. Okay, so these are wooded. We find them here. The wooded. So similarly find all those features that you are able to find within this particular um, map, and then you may also save this. If you want, what you may do is you may, rather than using this particular map, you may as well insert this particular picture. We have made some markings over here, so we can retain this part, crop the rest of it. Make sure that you are using the same extent. I could be using slightly different one. There are many different features in here as well. Then we can list down what are the different physical features and cultural features. Moving on to the next exercise. So the next exercise, within exercise 1 itself, is a contour is given in figure 1.15. Calculate slope between the following points A and B and C and D. Which pair of points has maximum slope and why? So let us copy this and bring it to our file. Figure 1.15, yet again go back to this same. This is 1.15. Let me copy this and paste it in over here. So we have been asked to calculate the slope between the points that is point A and B and C and D. This is 1 kilometer. I'm just going to think that this is also 1 kilometer. This is also 1 kilometer. B height over here is 50 and A is 130. So coming back to the exercise where slope is being calculated, this is horizontal distance, this is the vertical distance. Both this we already know. If we know this, then what we can do is rise means the vertical distance, run means the horizontal distance multiplied by 100. This is in terms of percentage. This is the method to follow for percentage. And the other method is slope in degrees. So rise and run we know, multiply it with 10 inverse. So let us do this. Slopes in degrees. For A and B, A is 130 and run is 1 kilometer. So this is going to be 1 kilometer means we will have to convert it into that of meters. So this becomes 1000 meters, and you open calculator. 130 divided by 1000, it is 0.013. Okay, so this is again 10 inverse of this particular value, 0.013. So this is 10 inverse me figure out how it is to be done. So what I'm doing is I'm doing this 10 inverse on my calculator. Sorry. 10 inverse of 0.013, it is 0.74. Uh, just 0.74. 10 inverse of 0.013 is 0.74. It's coming as 0.74. So this is between A and B. Similarly, we need to do also for D, C to D. So this is for C to D. C is 30, D is 100. Oh, I'm sorry. So here we need to do 130 minus 50. That is 130 minus 50 comes to 80. Okay, so this is going to be 80. Let me do this correction. 80 divided by 1000 is 0.08. This is 0.08. So let me yet again do 10 inverse of 0.08, which is 4.57. 4.57. This is 4.57 degrees. So similarly, we do for this, it is 30 and 100. So the difference is 70. 70. Again, the distance could be 1 kilometer. I'm just assuming that it is 1 kilometer. So 70 divided by 1000, this is going to be 0.07. So 10 inverse of 0.07 is 4 degrees, 4.004. 4, simply 4, 4.00 degrees. So this is solution for the second exercise, and let us go ahead for the next one, that is exercise 3. Exercise 3 is study the contour map shown in figure 1.16 and answer the following questions. So let us first copy this. Okay, so the first is we have to bring that particular figure as well over here. So this is the figure. Let me take a screenshot of this. Name the physical feature marked by A. A is this, it is a plateau. We know that this is a plateau. So wide flat land with an elevation of 380 bounded by steeper slopes. So this is plateau. We will write here solution. Name the physical feature marked by A. Feature. And how do we know that it is a plateau? We can go back to our manual where plateau is being discussed. So here plateau, contour lines representing plateau are closely spaced at the margin, and the innermost contour line showing wide gap between its two sides. Okay, so we will justify this. I won't show you the justification that I'm writing. I would suggest that you write your own, so that there is no plagiarism. The next question is identify and describe features 1 and 2. So where exactly do we have 1? We have 1 over here and 2 is here. So let's see what exactly those are. Here also slope is rising. Here as well slope is rising. This seems to be a separated plateau. This has a very conical tip. So let's just go back to our manual. We will try seeing if we find something of that sort. Slopes were rising in both the cases. So one appears to be a conical hill. Wait, 1.9 is this is not what it looks like. This also seems to be a plateau, and this seems to be these are like mesas and buttes and things like that. Let's still see if those are the things that are mentioned. Seems to be mesas and buttes to me, but that is just not something that is mentioned in this particular, um, you know, not mentioned in this particular manual. So I'm thinking that I'm going to call this particular mesa, and this may be a pinnacle or butte, what we call, because it has a narrow top, and this has a wider top but limited as compared to that of this plateau. Yes, so let us maybe mark it that way. I will write my answer and we will move on to the next question within. Next part of the exercise 3 is identify type of slopes between the following points, that is B and C, D and E, F and G, H and I, J and K, and L and M. So let's see what kind of slopes those are. Between B and C, this is a waterfall. This is a waterfall. How do we know that it is a waterfall? Because the lower contours are um, 300, upper one is 380. So this has to be a steep slope where there is a waterfall. So this is a waterfall. BC is a waterfall. HI is also a waterfall. DE is a gentle slope. ML is also a gentle slope. Then JK is also gentle slope. And yes, so this is a valley. This is a V-shaped valley. It's a U-shaped valley as well. So there are these different things. You can yet again go ahead and find these types of slopes in over here. Waterfall, cliff, then this is a cliff, this is a waterfall. See, from higher elevation it goes down to the lower elevation. This is a waterfall. V-shaped and U-shaped valleys and gorges. So we can read these definitions and accordingly find out which what kind of slopes each one is. So I will see you once I finish this particular exercise. So with this, our first exercise is completed, and we have to just note down what are the different physical and the cultural features that we have seen within that contour map. All right, so we will stop here with this exercise.